Welcome to Real Estate in the Lowcountry. We are going to chat with Benji Gecy, and he is, of course, with Beaufort Lending, and we're talking rates today, which we've been talking about for a few months. But your predictions from earlier in the summer are coming to fruition.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
Betsy, thanks for having me again. We do have an important rate report this week, surging rates again. This week, we were on the show about 10 days ago. We had a spike in rates, another spike yesterday. So as you can see from the Freddie Mac rate chart that we published here, it's about a week old. So September 8th, rates were about 5.9. Today, September 14th, rates are over 6%. And we talked about that the last couple months. We thought rates would go over 6%, maybe 7%. I was hoping that we'd be wrong on that, but unfortunately, rates have spiked. Seeing lots of pressure right now on buyers. Now the sellers are starting to feel some of the pain because the market is starting to cool a little bit on the seller side.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit, because obviously buyers are going to get a little more gun shy. And I mean, I know that we're still in a market where we don't have just tons of surplus inventory, but that may be shifting.
I think that is shifting, and certainly where rates are, my predictions of the 6.0 benchmark, you see a lot less activity once rates get to 6.0. So we're going to definitely see the real estate market cool from here, and I think their rates are going to be over that 6%. They're going to be choppy, but for the next 12 months, we're going to see these surging rates or escalated rates for the next 12 months before we see a little bit of downward pressure on rates. But it's certainly causing a lot of affordability factors for our buyers.
Right.
But with sellers, a couple good tips are, as a seller, to get a little more for your home. You may have to pay a little more closing costs to buy that rate down for the buyer. And buyers, you want to buy the rate down to try to get yourself a little more buying power as well. But we've seen about $80,000 to $100,000 lost of buying power with the recent surge in interest rates. So it's pretty big.
And that's not a small number. I mean, that's a really big number.
It's, we had rates on the 30-year in the high fours. Now we're over 6% on that. So we're well over double from where we were a year ago with interest rates. So it's a pretty big move right now.
Well, and of course our housing prices have been up, and they haven't, I mean, they may be shifting a little bit, but it's not like they've gone drastically down. So that buying power makes a big difference when people are looking to see what they can afford.
Yeah, less buyers is going to be less sales. So I think you are going to see the market cool a little bit. I think prices are going to come down just a little bit, not a lot, but we still are seeing activity in the real estate market. So as the rates get to where they are right now, this puts a lot of pressure on buyers and sellers. So you may see the prices come down a little bit, and we're going to definitely see less buyers in the market where rates are right now.
Well, if there is, though, somebody who's still looking to buy, maybe they've been trying and they've lost out several times over this last, several months to a year. And they're still, maybe they've now found something. What is your advice to them? Obviously, I would say don't wait, because we don't know what's going to happen. But
well, when you see moves like this in the interest rate market, whether it's down or up, big moves like this, you see a lot of dispersion in the rates. So what I mean by dispersion is lenders and brokers offering a wide variety of rates. So right now, one lender may offer 7% when the rate is actually 5.9. So my advice is to shop your rate. We talk about that all the time.
Right.
Be a diligent consumer and shop your interest rate, because we're seeing wide varieties of rates being offered on the market right now. So that's my number one advice. Always shop your rate. You're going to save thousands of dollars with that.
And of course, you're the guy to help them
give
shop
us a
that
chance.
way,
Give
right?
us a chance. Yeah, 2 or 3 lenders, and give Beaufort Lending a chance. We'd love to earn your business.
Okay. And so let's talk about it from the seller's perspective. If somebody is looking to sell, maybe they aren't in the market yet. I mean, you just said they may have to give a little on the back end. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, good advice for that is find yourself a great realtor. We have lots of great realtors in the market here. Now's an important time as it shifts to the buyers a little more. They're getting a little more advantage. You're going to need a really good realtor right now to give you good advice. So that's my recommendation in this market right now, is find you a good realtor, shop your realtors a little bit, interview them. Same thing with your mortgage brokers, and just make the best decision you can. Markets are changing, interest rates are changing, and I think our housing market's changing a little bit.
Well, I think it's interesting that you say that, because even though prior to this, it was a huge seller's market and things were staying, getting multiple offers and staying on the market for not at all, or maybe a few hours. You needed a realtor there and a strong lender there, because that was hard to navigate. But now as we're moving into it changing, it's the same thing. You still need that expertise.
Well, I think it's more important now. I think as the market shifts and changes, you need experts on your side there, and qualified, experienced realtors are going to help you. Same thing on the mortgage side. As a mortgage broker, we have the most flexibility to shop your rate, find the best programs out there, and that's going to be a real advantage and give you more buying power in this market, at least from my perspective. I like the mortgage brokers, and I think think they have the most flexibility. But as a seller, you definitely need to be friends with your realtor right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Benji, thank you for being here to help us navigate through all of this. Yeah.